Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to FilmArtsy, your number one source for all things films and movies. And lately we've been wondering what would happen if the Marvel Cinematic Universe somehow had somewhat of an overlap with the DCEU. What if we could pick various actors who have existed in the MCU and start fresh in the DCEU with a list of cast members borrowed from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or just Marvel movies. So today, we're going to take a look at some cast members from the MCU who we think would be great in roles from the DCEU. Let's go ahead and jump into this, but before we fully dive in, huge shout out to our DC Thursday winner. If you guys didn't know, every single Thursday, we ask a challenging piece of trivia over on our community tab on our YouTube channel. So if you want to participate, be sure to be subscribed. Check on our community tab on Thursdays for a chance to have your answer featured right here on this channel. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this. But real quick, if you want more content like this on maybe a faster basis, make sure you guys are following us on Instagram. There's a link in the description down below. We post a ton of content over there. Okay, let's go back to the video. First up on our list, this is one that's actually been speculated in the earlier stages of the DCEU, or at least in the last couple of years, when it was looking like they were going to have to recast someone to play Superman. However, with new rumors circling around that Henry Cavill may return to Superman, this one's probably a little more of a wish list than an actual reality, but Michael B. Jordan coming in as Superman would be something really unique in the DCEU, especially because we've seen Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther and he was so good in that role. We definitely think that this actor would be more than capable of adding an extra level of depth to a character and bring something completely different to the table in what they did in the future, or what they would do in the future of some DCEU thing. Now, it's a shame this probably won't happen, but we would love to see Michael B. Jordan at least come into the DCEU in one way or another, just because since he's already was a character in the MCU, we likely won't see him again in that side, and it'd be cool just to see more of him on a regular basis in the DCEU.
Hey, look at your suit. You've been taking bullets, charging it up with kinetic energy.
Put around the truck. Where'd he go?
Now this next one, we weren't really sure where to place him, but Jake Gyllenhaal would be a great actor in the DCEU for similar reasons as to why Michael B. Jordan was a great actor in the MCU and would be great in the DCU. This actor is kind of a one and done character appearing in Spider-Man Far From Home, and it would be really cool to see him incorporated into a more recurring role in the superhero front. We think he'd be great as the Green Lantern, though we don't necessarily know what type of conflict that could cause from Ryan Reynolds, because they are really close friends and rivals in real life, but nonetheless, it would be really cool to see Jake Gyllenhaal take on the role of Green Lantern. Then we have Tom Holland. Now, there was a few roles we thought Tom Holland would be really great in if he was to enter the DCEU at any time. Right now, one of our favorite options for him definitely would be to see him play the role of Robin. Now, we don't know to which Batman. Honestly, any Batman. I feel like Tom Holland would bring something very unique to the character Robin, especially as this actor continues to mature in his acting ability and as he just grows to be a little bit older. He could make for a really awesome Nightwing, and seeing that transition could be something really awesome to see on the big screen. And just in general, Tom Holland is so great at bringing character to the characters that he plays as.
Whoa, 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 not so fast! Are you guys okay? My bad, that was a little hard. I gotta say, the other guy was way better with that thing. I'm honestly, I'm shocked.
Then on the other hand, we think Idris Elba would be really cool as Commissioner Gordon, and it seems like Idris Elba might be in talks to take on other roles, which would be cool as well. But Commissioner Gordon is a pretty big role, and seeing someone who's just a great actor like Idris Elba could be a unique take in future Batman movies.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Then this one is one that has been kind of posted all over the internet, but Tom Hiddleston, the actor who plays Loki in the MCU, could make for a really great Riddler if we needed someone to take on the role. It just seems like Loki being the trickster character and how well Tom Hiddleston portrayed that character could be translated really well in the role of another antagonistic character on DC's side of things. This is one that probably not a lot of people are calling for or even thinking of, but for the character Hawkman, which isn't something we've really seen in the films side of the DCEU yet, we're wondering if maybe Edward Norton would be a good fit. If you guys remember back, Edward Norton actually played the Incredible Hulk before being recasted by Mark Ruffalo for the Avengers and future films, but we do think it'd be really interesting if they decided to go down this route. Now we know Edward Norton has in the past talked about his willingness to return to the MCU if it's maybe on a producer side of things or he gets to play a villain or something different, so he's not necessarily against the genre. Be interesting to see how he would do in the DCEU. Then looking to other actors that we've seen in the MCU already, Zendaya might be a really good Batgirl character. It'd be cool to see a team up movie with Batman, Tom Holland as the Robin, and maybe Zendaya as Batgirl. Just a unique take. We've seen other people suggest this online as well. We think it's really clever.
You had access to killer drones?
Yeah, I didn't really want him, especially after I almost killed Brad.
You almost killed Brad?
Look, I have to call Mr. Fury and tell him the Beck's a fraud, but I think he tapped my phone.
Okay, so what are you gonna do?
I need my suit, and I have to go to Berlin and talk to Mr. Fury in person.
For the character Lobo, this character's a very massive, gruff character, and we need someone really cool who can carry this character in the live action form. We think Josh Brolin did such a great job with Thanos and made this very menacing-like villain. He'd maybe be really good in a role like Lobo in future films.
Dog, you know me? I do. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
My only curse is you.
Then this next one, we wanted to find someone who could possibly be a great casting choice for Plastic Man, just one of those interesting DC characters to say the least. And while we did think of a few people here and there, John Mulaney, he actually was a voice actor for Spider-Ham in the Spider-Verse movie, so it's not technically MCU, but it's still Marvel, could be possibly the best option for this character, and it's just something we didn't know we needed until we started putting these characters together, and that would be so fun to see.
When I saw Into the Spider-Verse, I didn't even know, I knew nothing about it. I didn't know that you were in the film, that you were a voice, and when your character came on, it was a really nice surprise. It was, and you were fantastic.
Oh, thank you. It was such an amazing thing to be part of, and when they said you need to play like a fast-talking pig who's a news reporter from the 40s, I said, I got this.
So what did you think of some of our casting choices? Let us know in the comments down below what you thought. Also, make sure you are subscribed for more videos just like this one. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
I don't
See you guys.
know anybody.